YouTube? Homies, homettes, what's poppin'? That's your boy RC here. Getting ready to get into this video about Watch Mojo yet again. This one is called Top 10 Sports Rants. Now, a lot of people got a lot of trash to talk. A lot of people just be taunting people. I can't wait to see who's on this list. I know y'all can't too, so let's go ahead and get into this video. Remember to smash that like button. Let's try to get a few likes going. Be sure to leave a comment. Tell me who you think the best trash talker is, or who talks, or like I said, who talks trash the most, who the best trash talker is. And be sure to subscribe. It's going to be a big red subscription button in the lower left hand of your screen, so go ahead and click that for me. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at RCReact. That's RCREACT. And let's not waste any more time jaw jacking. Let's get into this video right now. Alright, let's get into it.
In sports, in the heat of the moment, it can be hard not to be emotional. Unfortunately, for some people, those emotions can be a bit over the top.
I think their goal, I really start to believe their goals is to be the worst defensive squad in the league.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 rants in sports.
Was gonna be
It's
on
my
there.
quarterback. And if you guys do that, man, it's unfair.
First, we're looking at rants, outbursts, and tirades from athletes and coaches, both professionally and
Why
at the
isn't
college
LeBron
level.
James on
I mean,
here?
this is a damn cheap piece of crystal here. This isn't expensive enough to answer all those questions.
Number 10. I'm a man. I'm 40. Mike Gundy.
If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right things.
Oklahoma State Cowboys football
Wow.
coach Mike Gundy was less than happy after hearing about an article that critiqued one of his players, accusing QB Bobby Reed of being soft, a mama's boy, and of losing the confidence of his coaches.
And then say that the coaches said he was scared? That ain't true!
Gundy loudly defended his player, saying he'd done nothing wrong, that the article was primarily fiction, and that the editor was garbage.
That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
Gundy continued to rant and rave,
Wow.
saying that it wasn't
That's
fair to
crazy.
target a non-professional and that perhaps the media should target a real adult like himself, prompting the line,
Come after me! I'm a man! I'm 40!
Number
Wow,
9,
okay.
his entire career, John McEnroe.
Oh, we all remember John McEnroe's outburst.
Despite being one of the
His
best tennis
outburst in
players of all
tennis
time,
is legend.
Johnny
I
Mac
think
may
I
be better known for his temper and tirades
I think
than
I reacted to
his play.
some of his videos, some of the videos about him too.
Unlike the
That's
other
just
entries on
crazy.
this list, McEnroe didn't have one particular moment where he seemed to lose his cool. Instead, he had a string of famous outbursts over the course of decades. McEnroe may have been one of the all-time bests at yelling at officials with classic lines like,
Answer my question! The question, jerk!
and of course,
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
number 8, real fans don't boo, Phil Esposito.
John
Some of our
McEnroe's a
guys are
legend.
really down in the dumps. We know, we're trying. What the hell? I mean, we're doing the best we can.
At the height of the Cold War, and in an era when NHL players were still banned from competing at the Olympics, the question
What?
on everyone's mind was, who's really better, the Canadians or the Soviets?
Sense of tension in the country was enormous.
The Summit Series sought to answer that, with a head-to-head competition comprised of 4 games in each country. When the heavily favored Team Canada was booed following a Game 4 at-home loss, team leader Phil Esposito had some choice words for the fans.
I'm really disappointed. I am completely disappointed. I cannot believe it.
Esposito spoke with a sense of brevity, implying that the series was about much more than hockey. And many credit his speech with helping the Canadians turn the series around.
We came because we love Canada. And even though we play in the United States and we earn money in the United States, Canada is still our home, and that's the only reason we come. And I don't think it's fair that we should be booed.
Number 7. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Hal McRae.
I'm sick and tired of all this bullshit.
At
Wow.
first, there seemed to be nothing out of the ordinary in a post-game interview with Royals manager Hal McRae following a loss. However, apparently, after his team had had a rough season the previous year and was off to a slow start in the current season, asking if he considered using a pinch hitter crossed the line.
No, don't ask me all these stupid ass questions.
Wow.
McRae immediately went into a frenzy, spewing profanities
You think I'm a goddamn fool?
and
What?
throwing anything he could get his hands on across the room,
Bruh.
even injuring one reporter with a gash to the face.
Ask
Bro.
me that stupid ass shit every month.
Oh my God.
After
That
he'd
reporter
expelled
looked-
all the reporters from the room,
Wow.
he ended his rant with a classic line.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Number 6,
Wow.
you play
That
to win the
just-
game, Herm Edwards.
People just
You play
take
to
football
win the
extremely
game.
serious.
Things did not
It's
look
not even
good
that
for Coach
serious.
Herm Edwards' 2-5 New York Jets in
Or maybe it
2002,
is.
but Herm never was one to give up.
When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.
A few days after one loss, when asked about the team's motivation to win, he delivered one of the most intense and motivational answers of all time.
You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win.
Quickly became Herm's catchphrase, and he went on to write a
Exactly.
book bearing that title. Perhaps
Play
more
to win
importantly
the
for
game.
Herm and the 0-2 Jets, the speech sparked a turnaround that saw them win 8 of their next 10 games, including a 41-0 playoff game.
You don't play to just play it. You don't play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out.
Number 5. playoffs.
Oh, I love the
Gave
internet
him the
so
friggin'
much.
game.
Man.
In my opinion, that sucked.
If Herm Edwards was a motivational leader, Colts coach Jim Mora was
It's the
anything
opposite.
but.
The
It was
opposite.
2001, and his team was 4-6, having just lost their latest to the 49ers. Mora began by discussing his disappointment with the Colts' play, and that they'd turned the ball over 5 times.
You can't turn the ball over 5 times like that. Holy I don't know who the hell we think we are.
Actually,
Wow.
he didn't have a lot of positive things to say about the team's performance, calling it pitiful and saying that it sucked.
That's pitiful. I mean, it's absolutely pitiful to perform like that. Pitiful.
He's the
When
opposite
asked about the
motivational
team's
speaker.
odds of making it to the playoffs, it's safe to say that Mora was less than optimistic.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Oh.
Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Oh my
Doubtful that his
God.
team could even pull off
He is
another
going
victory during the
in
regular
right now,
season.
man.
P.S. They finished 6-10.
Wow.
Number 4, the
Oh,
Crabtree Ranch.
Richard we
Sherman.
all remember this. We all remember this
When
one,
2
right?
divisional rivals met in the 2013 NFC Championship game,
Richard, we
things
all
were
remember
bound
this
to get
one, yeah.
heated, especially
happened-
when one of the league's best receivers, Michael
Richard Sherman
Crabtree,
is
went up
just-
against
wow.
one of the best corners, Richard Sherman.
He's a TV guy. I'm not a TV guy. I play ball. You make one play and you talk. It's a good play.
After Sherman's
Exactly.
Seattle Seahawks defeated
Exactly.
the defending NFC champion
Richard
49ers
Sherman seems like he's
with
more so of a hype
game-saving
man,
move by
like,
Sherman
really.
himself, dubbed the Immaculate Deflection, he had some choice things to say to Crabtree or any other doubters, shouting next to a clearly disturbed Aaron Andrews.
I know.
Corner of the game. When you try me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're gonna get.
Love him or hate him, Sherman's attitude seemed to work for him and his team, as the Seahawks went on
Richard
to
Sherman
win
may
Super
be
Bowl
somewhat
48
cute,
that
but
season.
still.
Crabtree, don't you open your mouth about the best.
Look at her
I'm gonna
face.
shut it for you real quick.
Look at her face.
LOB.
Number 3, I want to eat his children, Mike Tyson.
I'm the most brutal
I knew Mike
Michigan,
Tyson
most
was going to make the
ruthless
list. I
champion
thought
there's
he'd be
ever been.
number
Iron
2 or
Mike
number
was
1.
one of the most unpredictable boxers ever to step into the ring.
Especially when he bit Vander Holyfield's ear off.
And he always had a particular way with words. However, his erratic behavior when giving speeches reached an all-time high when he was hyping his much-anticipated match with Lennox Lewis. In one moment, Tyson compared himself
Didn't
to
Lennox
historical
Lewis
figures
beat
and the
Mike
greatest
Tyson
boxers
too?
of all time.
Lennox is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever.
The next, he described his skill with a flurry of adjectives
My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
before making one of the most bizarre statements in the history of sports
What?
speeches.
I want to eat his children.
Wow.
Finished with a prayer.
Praise be to Allah.
Are you saying now, Mike?
Number 2, That's
Oh
How I
my
Feel,
God.
Kevin Borsett.
Only Mike
After the
Tyson
game, was I
can do
mad?
something like that and
Yes.
get
When I
away with it.
expressed to them I was mad. I was furious. Just furious.
I
A
wonder
lot
where
of
Mike
coaches
Tyson's
like
hair
to
is
build
at
up their rage
sometimes.
during a rant. But Michigan Wolverines women's basketball coach Kevin Borseth came in with a furious entrance unlike anyone else.
Ooh.
Forseth was understandably upset after his team had just blown a 20-point lead that fateful day in 2008. And according to Borseth, there was one thing to blame: offensive rebounds.
The entire thing came down to offensive rebound. They got every offensive rebound we get one.
Citing either his team's lack of blocking skills or unfair refs as aggravating factors.
It's not that serious.
Call the entire game.
Borseth went on for several minutes before he seemed to run out of steam and finally apologized.
Exactly.
Sorry, I apologize, but I'm very frustrated.
Before we reveal our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Big temper tantrum to take
can score more than 2 buckets on 11 shots because I know my wife will at least shot fake 1 time. Those guys aren't listening. They're uncoachable right now.
They're soft. Like, I never see a bunch of defensemen soft like this.
If I see him in a snowstorm, his truck is broke down, mine is going perfectly. Would I pick him up? No.
So you little cunt, when I tell you to do something, and you fucking big cunt, when I tell you to do something, do it.
Bears are who we thought they were. And that's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
And I told our players, you need to be more like a dog. We don't need a bunch of cats in here looking in the mirror. Do I look good? I got my extra bands on. I got my other shoes on. Be a dog. We don't need no meows. We don't need no cats.
Number 1, practice. Allen Iverson.
Not the game. We're talking about practice, man.
Allen Iverson has always been a, let's call it, charismatic player.
Well, the crowd loves that. Take a look at the crossover. Mike says, oh!
I remember a time I was Allen
doing
Iverson.
What he wanted on and off the court.
In NBA 2K, I scored
Iverson
like
was
30
questioned
points
one
each
day
game.
after a loss in 2002 about his tendency to miss practices, and his response was one for the ages.
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
He seemed skeptical about the importance of missing a few practices, and failed to see how his attendance would really impact his fellow players.
I know it's important. I do. I honestly do. But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice?
But most importantly, AI wanted to make it explicitly clear that they were, in fact, talking about practice and not the game.
Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
Allen Iverson has a way of doing that.
Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for.
So much so that he repeated the word practice in his rant over 20 times. Not the game, practice.
We're talking about practice, man.
Practice. See,
we're talking about practice.
Everybody had a laugh at him, man.
We ain't talking about the game. We're talking about practice, man.
Do you agree with our list?
It's really unfair.
I'm not going to answer.
I love Torello. That was funny.
No.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll speculate.
You speculate and be as sarcastic as you can be, as you usually are.
I will.
Go right ahead.
For more emotional top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Wow. Yo, that was hilarious. That Allen Iverson thing had me rolling. He was sitting down, he was like this. We're talking about practice, man. Practice. Not the game I love, not basketball, not the game I die for. We talking about practice. Oh my goodness. You know, that's oh my God. You know, I could picture that. I really could. I could picture him doing that. And he did. It's just thing. Yeah, over 20 times. I'm gonna have to go watch that speech. Anyway, homies and homies, I hope y'all enjoyed the video as much as I did. Remember to smash that like button if you liked it. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought should have been on here. And be sure to subscribe. It's going to be a big red subscription button in the lower left hand of your screen, so go ahead and click that for me. And until next time, it's your boy RC signing off. Much love. Peace.
I